Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Lonely Podcast. This is a bit of a surprise, but yep, I'm starting a podcast. Just me alone. This is why I call it the Lonely Podcast, because it's mostly just gonna be me talking about random stuff, and yeah, probably no one's gonna listen to it, but too bad, because I really want to make one. Today's subject, we are gonna talk about why Twitch for me is really hard. It's for me, it's not, I like it, but it's something that I have a lot of difficulty to work with. I don't have any sponsors because fuck that shit, to be honest. But first, before I get into the main subject of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for all the views and support that I got from the videos that I made. Thank you very much. Also, please go check out my Twitter and at JLacust. I'm posting regular shit there, so you should go check that out. So yeah, and with that out of with that out of the way, let's start this podcast. All right, so today we're gonna talk about something that it's been in my head for quite a time now, and I wanted to talk to you about it because I want to be transparent with you guys, and it's the fact that Twitch for me is really hard, like really hard for me. It's taking a lot of time in my life, and I don't think there's any other way to do it but to say that it's really hard. Also, I just want to, sorry if I interrupt, but I'm just gonna say my English is a bit rough, and also I don't have a pop filter on my mic, so if I do like and stuff like that, you might hear like some weird sound. My microphone is fucked half the time, so yeah. Yeah, for Twitch, first of all, I started Twitch at good, I need to check this out, hold up. I started Twitch when did I start? Let me just go in my parameters. It doesn't say when did I start. Nope, I don't have anything. All right, but I think I started 2 years ago. Yeah, I started 2 years ago, and I didn't have a good computer. I had a shitty computer, and it was pretty bad. Let me just say that. I mean, I started streaming there and stuff, but nobody watched me because, of course, well, I was a little fucking kid. And but yeah, I really liked Twitch and stuff. It's it's so weird talking to a podcast. I've never done this before, okay, right? Don't laugh, chat. But yeah, I started Twitch, and my parents, when they saw me stream, they weren't happy at that. They weren't happy at all. They thought it was stupid, and they didn't put any support in me, which was really hard for me to take. I think I already said that in the stream, but I'm just gonna say it here again for the YouTube audience. Yeah, and I back in the day, like 2 years ago, like I think I was 14. I didn't know anything about computers and stuff, and for me, I just wanted a gaming computer, and that's it. So all I wanted was, so eventually my mom gave me a laptop because she knew that I was going to go to CJEP and stuff. But yeah, and so I got so like 1 year later, my laptop crashed, and well, it was really poopy. Like, you could shake the laptop and you could hear like screws going off, and my mom said it's time to get a new one. And it was at that time that I started watching Linus Tech Tips, which gave me the knowledge of computers that I have now. I built the computer that I'm streaming and recording this podcast right now is the one that I built myself with me and my friend. It's a perfect computer. It's a Ryzen 7 3700X with a RTX 3060, 16 gigs of RAM, and liquid cooling. So yeah, and oh yeah, 4 terabytes of SSDs, two, one external and one NVMe. Yeah, that's not important. It's so weird talking to a podcast. It's just me alone. I wish I could have a friend, but like, anyways. But yeah, it's so yeah. I got my new computer and then I started more streaming and stuff. But yeah, and at first I started streaming in French, which was very weird because it was like the content that I made with the French people was very very weird. It was totally different from what I'm doing right now. Like how when I used to make people laugh, I was probably like speaking gibberish and stuff, and they would laugh at that. It was very very weird. It was very weird. Sorry. And when I was streaming that, I wasn't very like comfortable with the content that I was uploading because I was watching, for example, I was watching Call Me Carson, Ludwig, and all those kind of big American streamers, and I loved the way like they like perform their stream and stuff. And I wanted to do that and implement that in the French culture, whether it's in Canada or in France. And I wanted to show people like, hey, this is cool. I know how to do it. Please watch me. And that's what I did. I tried to do that. But instead, I got the wrong feedback. People started like saying things to me that weren't very good, as for example, like, this content's trash, you should change and stop. Multiple times, in fact. Which was very hard for me. And yep. I quickly learned that it was it was time for a change. So I went and after I got my new computer, the one that I use now, yeah, this is so weird. Like making a podcast. It's so awkward, but yeah. I forgot what's on this game. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, French culture. Oh yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of negative feedback from that because people were starting to diss me because I was trolling Among Us lobbies and stuff, and in the American culture it's funny, like if you go like and troll people, it's very funny and stuff. But when you go, for example, in French servers in European, you'd be called freaking. I even had multiple death threats just because I was in the game, which was really like violent for no reason. Which I didn't like at all. I had a rough past, and for me that I took that really really hard, and I didn't quite enjoy that. But hey, eventually, I said to myself, you know what? I'm gonna try to do both English and French content, which means that when I'm gonna stream, like if my chat is in English or French, I'm gonna talk to them in both languages. Hey, like both is the better. Like it's even the one or the other, so it's fine. But what I ended up doing was speaking French in my streams, and that made a lot of people from the French community come into my stream and not the English community, which for me was my main attention. I didn't want to have French community. I wanted to have English, which I didn't succeed at. And a lot of people said like, yeah, you're cool. I really like your streams, which was really nice. But again, it was streaming for nothing. And for me, streaming for me is something you do and put a lot of effort in. It's not just something you do like, yes, it's a hobby, but you gotta make sure it's entertaining to watch. If it's just you playing random video games with nothing prepared at all, you're never gonna get any attention. It's for me, it's not. You're not gonna persevere like that. And yeah. So yeah, I got a lot of people, like a lot of my friends started watching me. I got moderators and stuff, and it was very nice. And it was at that point that me and my brother started streaming. Actually, no, my brother started streaming, which was very, it was very nice. I saw that and I was like, cool, that's awesome. But I already said that in my previous in one of my streams. I said that what happened is that my parents didn't like the fact that I encouraged my brother doing streaming, which broke my heart. For me, streaming is something that everyone is capable of doing, whether it's on a computer or just with a phone, streaming your stuff, like, cooking and stuff. For me, it's something that, it's like a hobby. It's like doing a sport and stuff. There's nothing wrong with it, and if you want to persevere that thing, you should go for it, definitely. Which is what I'm trying to do. But and my brother too, as a matter of fact. But what happened is that my parents literally said, stop saying that. He's not gonna get anywhere with that, and he's a scientist instead. And if he chose to do that, I don't have a problem. But the thing is that I supported my brother, but my parents told me not to, and that literally broke my heart. It's something that I never thought of them that they could do. But literally, it was very, very hard. But yeah. And what happened after that is that me and my brother, we said, okay, fine, we'll just continue streaming and stuff. And at that point, I was a bit down, and I still am, especially since it's the exams now. At the date that I'm recording this podcast, I just came back from an exam. Since I'm finishing high school, I'm going to college this year, which in exactly about I'd say 4 months. I'm going to college, which is pretty exciting, to be honest. Time flies. But yeah, so yeah, my brother and I continued streaming. My brother streams less now, and even me, since I got a job. I don't have a lot of time to me. I'm trying to do the best I can. I also, since I'm going to college, as I said earlier, I'm gonna have even less time than I have now, because I'm gonna have it's gonna be very strict, and the quality. What I am afraid of is that my stream quality will drastically go down because I won't have time to put effort in my stream. I'll just click the button, start streaming, and that's it. That's what it get. That's just gonna happen. I don't want that. I want to be like Ludwig. I say Ludwig again, but it's just an example. I want to be a streamer. I'm gonna this is something I've never told anyone, but it may sound a bit cliche, and it is. But my number one career path is to stream, to be a streamer, professional streamer. I dream about it. I visualize myself with not like a million followers, just having a decent chat. For example, just 20 viewers per stream, maybe just that. But unfortunately that's not what I have. And one of my friends, Z40, was extremely supportive doing all of that, and massive shout out to him. So you just go follow him on all the social. I'll leave the socials in the description. But that guy's a massive legend. It may not seem like it, but yeah, he had the same problem with me. But for example, he has a lot of viewers, but it's always the same viewers because he knows personally the viewers. It's all of his friends. He gets a lot of them, but it's always the same. And it might sound cool, oh, you get viewers and stuff, but eventually it'll hit a wall where it's not, your community's not never gonna grow. For example, his follower rate is stable. It's barely going up or down. It's not going up or it's not going down. It's just stable, which can be pretty annoying sometimes. I get that point, and I've been through that too a lot with YouTube. So yeah, Z40 helped me a lot, and not just him, a lot of friends too. But streaming in my part of town is not something that is very considered something that is part of a human life's hobby choices. It's more of a oh, good luck, you're gonna die kind of thing, which is, I don't believe that at all. But yeah, and yeah, so my number one career path is to be a streamer. I want to engage with an audience, just talk to them, have fun, have streamer friends, and it seems impossible, and it's rare that you'll have a chance to like blow up and stuff, to be viral. But I'm at a point in life where I am desperate for anything, which means that like the effort that I put a lot of effort in my streams. As I said in the beginning of this podcast, I put a lot of effort, like a shit ton of lot. And I changed my overlay, all of it by hand. Every single like scribble thing it made me slow to scribble and stuff. But I also did animations for that. Animation takes a lot of time, which I'm going to study in college actually. But yeah, speaking of college, I'm going to 2D animation program with my friend, which is in the same class as me right now. He goes to the same college as me, but in 3D animation instead, which is really nice. It's really cool. We're going to the same college and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna like, when I'm gonna be in college, I'm gonna try to do homework first and then streaming, because streaming for me is a way to escape reality, because I have a lot of sometimes I'm feeling down and sometimes I'm feeling really up, and I'm not like bipolar instant. I have ADHD, but that doesn't like relate to anything at all. But for me, streaming is like, I'm in my tiny bubble alone with my viewers sometimes, and we just chat and have fun. And that's what I want to do as a career path. I just want to have fun with an audience. For me, like, when I was young, I always wanted to be like in the TV, an actor. When I was very young, it changed over time, of course, but I wanted to be an actor at one point. And I don't want to be an actor anymore still, but it meant that I wanted to engage with an audience. And that's what I'm doing now. And unfortunately, I put a lot of effort in my content that I put. I went through several YouTube channels to see, even the one that I have now, which has currently 517 followers, hasn't growth in a bit. I was uploading there a lot, and when I reached 500 followers, I only grew 17, and that's it. If I'd compare my growth to back then, I would probably be now at 700 subscribers on YouTube, if I still have the motivation that I had back then on making videos. And that channel was in French also. I was uploading vlogs and stuff, but this was before COVID also, so we could do back in the day we could do a lot of things. It was not the same as now, of course, but my shift towards the content that I do now really impacted me in my personal life, because I lost a lot of things while doing that. I had friends that watched my streams that don't watch my streams anymore. I barely talk to them anymore, which is, it's pretty sad, but everything has consequences. And yeah, it was pretty rough, to be honest. I tried my best not to fuck things up, but I took the risk, and boom, it happened. And now I'm currently streaming with 128 followers on Twitch, affiliated. And that's another thing about affiliation. Before I got affiliated, I got more viewers than I have right now, actually. It's pretty tough, to be honest. Because it feels like, oh, you go affiliate, let's go, you can do it. And then when you're affiliated, I'm like, okay, he did it, next streamer. You don't care about this stream at all. And that's how the internet works. I get it, but it still sucks, man, to be honest. It still feels like shit. It's sad. I really hate it to like that. It has to be that way. I wish it could be like different and stuff, but yeah. What else? I just this. You know what? Let's talk about the future of this podcast for a minute. first of all, this podcast there's not gonna be a schedule about it. I'm just gonna upload when I feel like I'm uploading, or if there's like an interesting story to talk about that I really want to share. Also, if I'm planning to have guests, maybe, but is it gonna be worth it since no one's gonna watch this? I don't know. Probably not. This podcast is very just for me, like it's a personal diary, but not like a girlish kind of way. More of a like, I need to say this to my audience because I care about them, and I want them to appreciate the content I do. So that's what I do. It's a normal YouTuber thing. But yeah, this podcast is. I've also wanted to do a podcast for a really long time. Just a normal podcast, just me chilling in my corner right now and just recording my voice, saying whatever I want. Which I've just realized it's harder than it seems to be because you have to keep it afloat, which I'm not very good at. But hey, I'm trying a new thing, and that's it. Yeah. So yeah. I don't have anything else to say. Like, streaming was hard and stuff. Also, these podcasts are not gonna be like 1 hour long, like except if I have guests, because it's gonna, we're gonna have talk and stuff. But when I'm gonna be mostly alone, I'm mostly gonna keep these podcasts around 30 minutes or so, 40 minutes, and that's it. Not like an hour or 2 hours. That's really long. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, first episode of this podcast. Damn, that was cool. It was really nice. I'm gonna also try to put it on Spotify if that's possible. I'm not sure it's gonna be worth it, but you never know. So yeah. Thank you everyone for watching this podcast. Please make sure to follow my Twitter at @JLacuste _JLacuste_. I post random shit there, so yeah. And also, I didn't put that on screen, but I'll put that in the description. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel if you like my content. It'd be really appreciated if you subscribed. For the audio listeners on Spotify, if that goes there. I don't know, how do you do that? Maybe follow the podcast. Is that how it works? But I'm not really sure how Spotify works yet. And also please follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/CanadianForCat. I stream there a lot, and as I said, I'm always open to new entries and stuff. So if you just want to have fun, come and chill, it's the great place to go. It's really nice. So yeah. Also, I got I forgot to say this. I have a lot of new projects this summer, so yeah, be expecting to that. But yeah, so yeah, that was about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you up in another video. See ya.